Okay, we're in another live, folks. Please back out of this, refresh, and try again. All right, folks, here we are. Not this one, I was talking about something else. Where this is starting all over again. We had technical difficulties the last time, and this is another go. I'm going to actually probably delete the other post. That way you guys won't be confused about it. There we go. There we go. All right. Sorry about that, folks. Thank you. Thank you for sticking with me. I appreciate that. Technical difficulties. We got some new equipment, and I'm trying to learn it the best. I'm not that technical inclined sometimes. I'm lucky to do what I do. Trust me. So come on in. Please come on in. I want to see you all that we're. Oh, I can't do that. Trust me. So come on in. You can hear me now. Please come on in. I know you can hear me now. You couldn't hear me on the other one. And then my webcam went out and we lost that. But here we are. Take a few minutes. Let the other ones get over here from the one I deleted. We're just going to start right over again. I don't want you guys to miss anything. This is important. So I am going to start. And what I said when I started was how this case affected me, because I honestly took the wind out of my sails. I mean, it just hit me in the gut. You know, the cases we do, like I mentioned before, they're sad. They are. They get to you. But there's some cases like this that just stop you from doing whatever you're doing, just stops you in your tracks. This is one of those. This is one of those. I will go over her case just a little bit so we can update everybody and we'll be on the same page. Okay, it's 17-year-old Hailey Buzbee went missing out of Fishers, Indiana. Now, I think it was about a month that she went missing. Her poor parents out there, days of searching, flyers everywhere. Her parents doing absolutely everything they could. And now, authorities have confirmed that Hailey's body was found, and she was found deceased here in Ohio, in Perry County. This is no longer a missing persons case. This is now a death investigation, and I'm going to say potentially a homicide, of course, investigation from what we definitely learned today, and I will update you all in just a minute. Because according to reports, it was Tyler Thomas. He's a 39-year-old man from Columbus. He is the key suspect in this case. Audra Joe, thank you for joining us. Hello, thank you. Now, investigators say that some information connected him to lead authorities to where Hailey was found. Now, when I hear that, you guys, when I hear that the suspect helped authorities locate a body, what's your gut reaction? What do you think? Because, to be honest with me, my brain automatically goes to there was probably some kind of deal being talked about. Now I'm getting goosebumps right now just thinking about that. And I'm not saying there was. Okay, I want to be very clear about that. I'm saying that's where my mind goes. Because we've seen other cases just play out that way, right? Because this reminds me of the Stephen Stearns case down in Florida. You guys followed that? And because sometimes when they do cooperate like that, sometimes it comes from guilt. But sometimes it comes from fear. I'm wondering, and this should be a death penalty case, I would think, and I'm wondering, they threatened him with that, the pressure, getting him hoping just to get that better deal. Now, it doesn't mean automatically he's going to get a deal. But it makes me wonder what conversations, what's being said behind those doors. I don't know. We don't know. We don't know yet. We don't have that much information to make any judgment right now. But let's talk about the search and Hailey's parents. Because just days before all this right here happened, Hailey's parents were out there in Indiana in the brutal cold weather, bless her heart, oh my God, handing out more than 20,000 flyers. I watched a news report of an interview with them. 20,000. That's not just passing out papers. They were holding on to, oh my gosh, they were holding on to hope. I mean, that's walking up to strangers and saying your child's name out loud over and over again. It just sounds like they were refusing to believe they were the worst. They was hanging on to hope. They were still searching, still believing she was alive, still thinking maybe today's the day that they get her back. But then everything shifted, and all of a sudden, the language changed, right? Because there's no more search, and it went to recovery. And I don't think people really understand how heavy that moment is, because that's the moment that the hope, it just doesn't fade. It gets ripped away from them. I mean, just think about it. How they're approached. They don't get to ease into it. They don't get to be ready, brace for it. It just gets hit. They get hit from it. I mean, and think about that. From that moment on, life is never the same for them. And that's why this case matters, because this isn't just about what happened. It's about what a family now has to live with forever. They didn't ask for this. They didn't deserve this. She didn't deserve this. Let's talk about how the police say Hailey and Thomas met. Okay, this is important. We know they met online through gaming. And I want to talk about that because this didn't start in some dark alley or some, sketchy place people like to imagine. It started online. We're all online every day, all day. It's, sometimes it's quiet, it's normal. It probably felt harmless at first to her. Gaming, talking, laughing. 17, she was 17. I'm sure she probably flirted a little bit, maybe. I don't know. I'm just saying. Having fun. Something that probably didn't set off any alarms right away. I mean, how long do you think that... I don't know yet. I'm sure. I hope this will come out. I have so many questions. How long did he groom her? You know what I'm saying? How long was he talking to her and getting her set up for this, grooming her? Hello, Mr. Jeff. Thank you for joining us. That's the part that's really scary, isn't it? Because when in dangerous situations, they don't look dangerous at first. These kind, they just come so innocently, online gaming. I mean, I wonder what the conversations were. He's an older man. How old did I say he was? 39? Let me look back here through my notes. Yeah, 39 years old, almost 40 years old, and she's 17. I just wonder what the conversation was. Was he giving her compliments? She's beautiful. Look at that. Her eyes, her smile. Did they share a secret, I wonder? I wonder if she's changed, if anybody saw anything change. Or was this all in his brain? Was she innocent? Of course she was innocent. I'm not saying she wasn't. That was misspoken of me. But I'm wondering, do you think teens... do you really think this day and age they recognize the warning signs while they're happening or when it's too late? She was 17. You think, she's been on the internet for a while. You see the danger. You hear about the dangers. They're still so young at 17. They don't have that lived experience with like we do. And then we hear that the investigators searched Thomas's devices, and according to court records, they did find child sexual abuse material involving juvenile believed to be connected to this case. And that's when everything escalated, because his arrest was not long after that. I'm going to take a drink, excuse me. Oh, this is just heartbreaking. It's been reported that his car was seen in her neighborhood the night that she went missing. So his vehicle has been placed there. They have that connection. They have the connection they were talking on online and gaming. Audra Joe, yes, I absolutely do not. This is so sad. Yes, right. So you guys can hear me good now? Audra Joe, can you hear me? Because the last live when everything went crapola, people couldn't hear me, but I I think I had my mic turned down. So, yeah, my bad. All right, let's continue. Yeah, within days, I was talking about his car being there, seen there, and within days, I guess he was ID'd, just within days. Now, here's where things really stop adding up, because I've got some things here. Court records show that Thomas claimed he was homeless, and I posted that on our Facebook group. I posted all the court records. You can see for yourself. He put homeless. But investigators, now they say he and Hailey stayed at a short-term rental property in Hocking County. I'm hearing it's in a Airbnb. They have beautiful cabins and stuff there, and that's where he took her. And then they traced him to a high-end rental in Columbus, in the Victorian Village area. Okay, you can't be homeless. I mean, this house is like $800,000 is what it's been reported. Around $6,000 a month rent. So we hear, now this has not been verified. Hi, Trina. Thank you. Thank you for joining us. Welcome. This has not been verified, so I'm going to tell you. Hello, Georgina. That's my mom. Thanks, Mom. This has not been verified, but it's been reported on social media, and I'm going to tell you right there, so take it with a grain of salt, as it is. I usually don't, but I feel kind of good about the source that I did get it from. And they are reporting, I'll just tell you, it was called Strategic Eyes, and it's on YouTube, and he is a active crime scene detective, or no, he's sexual assault detective, but he's doing his own YouTube. He knows the law, he knows things, and this is a sexual assault case. So I was really listening to him this morning, and he has heard that this Thomas guy might be married to a doctor, and that's would explain the $800,000 house, the $6,000 a month rent. Again, I don't know that, and I don't know if that's true, what the situation of that relationship is, right? I don't know. And again, I don't know. I have not verified that, so please understand that. But I'm going to say what everyone's thinking. How does someone say they're homeless, but they always have to stay like that, in Hocking Hills and in this place? And because that's not how homeless works. I wonder how many people knew this was going on. Because it seems like someone always knows something. And I saw this in a chat someplace else. I want to ask you guys, do you think calling yourself homeless sometimes helps them people keeps people from digging deeper? If you say you're homeless, well, you just kind of stop right then and there. Again, that would be like, judging and all of that, but people do it. If you just say, especially people that have a background, I've heard this before, just say you're homeless. Is he that into it? Has he done this before? What? And I've got so many questions. So let's move on, please. Now, I've heard they had canines, they had drones, there were boots on the ground. They were looking for this young lady. They really were. Now, right now, he's sitting in jail in Franklin County on a $1.5 million bond. Now, those charges we can see right now involve sexually explicit material involving a minor. But, now this stopped me, and I got to know this answer, and I'm digging. Because the age of consent in both Indiana, where she's from, and Ohio here, where she was found, both age of consent is 16. Now, Hailey was 17. So I'm like, okay, what's going on here? So at first I called Hocking County Sheriffs, and I talked to them, and they guided me and directed me to Franklin County Sheriff. They said that's who is handling the sexual charges. Hocking County evidently is handling, I'm not for sure, I'm just saying this, that Hocking County might be handling the murder investigation, and Franklin County, the section. This includes, think about this includes Franklin County, Hocking County, Perry County, and 2 states, Indiana and Ohio. This is going to be a lot. So I talked to a person at the Franklin County Sheriff's Department, and she didn't know the answer, so she connected me to Sergeant Bill Duffer, and it went to his voicemail, and I left a voicemail asking that question and explaining who I was and asking him to get back in touch with me. So when I hear anything, I will definitely update everybody. That's got me kind of wondering. So let's talk about these charges real quick. Charge 1 is pandering sexually oriented matter involving a minor. See, they say minor. In plain terms, this means investigators say that he possessed or handled sexually explicit images or videos involving a child. Maybe it's not her. Maybe it's not her. That just came to me. Maybe it is other children, because she is 17. Involving a child. It doesn't, maybe not her. Now, this isn't a rumor, though, about the charges. This is based on what was recovered from all his digital devices. Now, charge 2 is tampering with evidence. Now, this means that the investigators, they believe that he attempted to delete, hide, or destroy evidence during the investigation. And that matters, because deleting the evidence, that usually tells somebody something, right? It tells the investigators that maybe he had incriminating stuff there. Again, that reminds me of the Stephen Stern case in Florida. He did a oops, right? He did a factory reset accidentally. Well, everybody knows you cannot accidentally factory reset, but that's what he tried to pull. Stephen Stearns did down in Florida. Now, I found out these are often called Step 1 charges because they allow police to seize his devices. They can expand the warrants. They can track the movements and build timelines. But it's not the final chapter. And that $1.5 million bond, well, that's to keep him in there. It's the seriousness of the crime and its risk, and it's what prosecutors believe may be coming next. Maybe. I think they're waiting to file the bigger murder charges. And I want to stop right here and tell you that, I already told you about the doctor, yes. Okay, Thomas told police that he picked Hailey up. Yes, he did admit to it at the beginning. Or no, at the beginning, I'm sure he probably didn't, maybe didn't, I don't know. But eventually he did, it says. And he claimed that he dropped her off on the side of a road in West Ohio. Investigators say the story didn't add up, not with the evidence they have. And now, folks, a family is preparing to bury their child. And there's no more flyers, no more hope. They just have grief right now. And that's, this case hits hard for us because it's here in Perry County. This isn't something we're watching from far away. I mean, a young teenager was found here. It crossed state lines, Indiana to Ohio. And it started online. I'm so innocently just playing a game. I've been wondering about this since this happened. I think that, and let me know what you guys think, that when something starts online, we don't take it seriously because it doesn't feel like you know, physically real. You can play online. People do. They play. You can play whatever, whoever you want to be. Predators. Yep, predators. What do you guys think? It's easy, and especially we have to remember this young lady was only 17, just a child. And we have to remember predators don't always look like monsters and predators, right? They look normal. They sound normal. They blend right in. I looked at I think it was his Facebook group, and he just looked normal, doing normal things. But how many times do we think the danger should look so obvious when it usually isn't, right? And I'm wondering, are we really having the conversations we should be having? The talks we should be having? I mean, not the generics, be careful online talk. We really, really need to be stressing to our youngsters here, and we need to protect them. But how, right? I know how. There's just, it's such a different world you guys are dealing with children out there, and than what I had to deal with raising mine, I mean. Now, I want to tell you that she was found there in Hocking County. I get, Perry County, excuse me, Perry County. She was found in Perry County. Um, I've heard where, but again, I haven't verified this, so I'm not going to say on live here. But it was in Perry County. And finding the body, now it doesn't mean this case is over. It means it's just starting. Because that location becomes a crime scene. All of those locations become a crime scene. Everything is going to be documented. Nothing gets rushed. Like I said, there's 3 counties and 2 states. They're going to take their time. They're going to look at the cause of death, the manner of death, the injuries, time of death. And like I said, because this case crossed county and state lines, multiple agencies are now involved and everything has to line up. They have one chance at this and they want to do it right. This is when they re-interview over and over again, go back, look at the physical evidence. So it might seem like it's quiet right now, but it doesn't mean nothing's happening. That means the important work's going on. Now, let's see. His next court date is going to be Tuesday, February the 10th, y'all, at 9 a.m. And I do want to update you all. This is just been reported. It is official. I heard it from Hocking County that she was dismembered, folks. Yes, the rumors are true, so they're no longer rumors. She was dismembered. I don't know any further details than that, except I heard they're still looking. It's giving me goosebumps. I'm about ready to cry. So, that's what they're dealing with. That is what they're dealing with. That's what the update, that's what's happening now. The parents are dealing with that. The first responders, the sheriff's department, they're dealing with that, folks. And that's why I wanted to do this live, is because this is happening in our community. It's happening with children our age, my grandson's age. um, grandchildren's age. We had a conversation about Roblox. It's a gaming app, and I heard um, a boy's missing. If you guys know about that in the chat, let me know. But I heard a boy was missing, and they're looking for him, and he had got lured away on that game Roblox. I know my two grandboys, they love playing that game, and it worries me so much. It really does. So I want to start winding this up, folks. Kind of went over this. If I hear any more, if I get any more calls back, Amanda, I know, Amanda, it makes me so sick, doesn't it? I mean, and then they haven't even found the rest. That's my God. And that what makes me think, is this his first? It makes me wonder. And is this some kind of, somebody asked me, somebody inboxed me and asked me if this could be some part of a ring, trafficking ring or something. Good questions. We have so many questions, don't we? Yeah, so many. So, we are going to wrap up now. Like I said, his next court date is Tuesday, February the 10th at 9 a.m. I will be on that. I'll be updating you guys anything that I hear from now on. Um, this isn't any about rumors, guys. This isn't about social media clicks or anything like this. We really, truly are here to heal and support a community and the family and loved ones. And it's scary when something like this happens. It does touch a lot of people. It just, it does. With the things that's going on in our world, it's we need to come together. I like our group. It's a safe place. You can come here and you can vent, you can cry, you can yell, kick and scream, whatever you want to do. Get good information, get educated, and hear some good cases. This is the soft place because what's going on out there is just, oh, this is heartbreaking. So come here. We're always here for you. Now this is about Hailey. You're welcome, Audra. You're very welcome. Amanda says this happened close to her, and I think it happened all right under our noses. That could be. That could be. And I hear, Amanda, if I'm correct, that there was another girl or body that was found in the same place. I don't know. Oh, excuse me. I need a drink. Excuse me. Thank you. I don't know the details about that, but she was from Columbus, is what I heard. If you guys know anything about that, let me know. But yeah, I just heard out this morning that another body, and this was a few years ago. It wasn't just recently when this one happened. Again, I don't know the whole details. But you guys do me a favor. Let's do something. Let's just do a few. We didn't do this at the beginning, and I usually do when I do our Facebook lives, how we end them. Let's do a few moments here of silence for Hailey. I like doing that. Let's honor her. So we're going to take about a 10-second moment of silence here. Let's start now, please. Thank you. Thank you all. That's very, very nice of y'all. Thank you for the support, for being here, for showing up. Tell your friends. This will be on Facebook. Tell them you didn't hear anything about what, Amanda? What was I talking? I forget what I was even talking about. Oh, the other person. I'm sorry. The other person. Yes. I don't have my other phone right now. Yeah, it was, I don't remember the name. I'm thinking it was a woman. She was from Columbus. Um, I think it's on my Facebook group, been posted, or I know it's in Perry County, their group, Facebook group, that this person posted it, that's how I found out, and somebody sent it to me. So yeah, I'm sorry, I don't know the name. If I do, I'll go ahead and post it in the chat here if I find it and I run across it, so you guys can be informed about that. I don't want to just leave you hanging. So I will. I'll do that for you guys. I'll look that up so it's just not out there me saying anything. So let's see. Go back over some things here. This is horrible. Yeah, I've people are wondering if not only did he do this before, but is there any trafficking involved? Because the pictures, material that was explicit that was found on his devices, was there more? I'm wondering, more victims, you know? Oh my goodness, I just can't imagine. Oh, just a horrible thought went across my mind. I can't imagine others being spread around. You know what I'm saying? I don't really want to say it. It's so gruesome. But you know what I'm saying? Oh my gosh, that's horrible. I don't know. He was sloppy at this, though. Very sloppy, right? Didn't cover his tracks. Very sloppy. Just like that Michael McKee and the Tepe case. Very didn't really try to hide it. Yeah, it was. Yeah, yeah, crazy. So close to home. It's why it just hurts us, hurts our heart, hurts our soul when we hear anything like this happening. Of course, but when it comes close to home and it's in our backyard, it does. It gets personal. You know, we take this child as one of ours. That's how I feel. You know, she's so far away from her home and her family. Well, I feel like we need to do something. She was here. This was oh, her last stop. So, yeah, we will honor her. We will talk about her. We will keep y'all updated. And, yeah, we hope they get this right and we do it right and take this man down. And we've talked about the death penalty and I don't want to get into an argument or any dispute about or debate, but what I'm just going to say is, from what I heard, DeWine just, um, what's the word? He took back or he put on pause 3 death penalty cases. Um, so even if this was a death penalty case, I don't even think they're gonna. I don't know. Like I said earlier, I have a really bad feeling that there was a plea deal, and that's why he led her to whatever they found. You know what I mean? Because why would he cooperate? I don't, why? Why kill her, right? I mean, let's go there. Let's start there. Why kill her? Why not just let her go or traffic or, oops, I hit my mic. I don't know, so many questions, but like I said, I hope 3 counties, 2 states, and then, that's a lot involved. Perry County, Hocking County, Franklin County, and then Fisher, Indiana, yeah, and Ohio. Those poor parents, so far away. I pray for them, you guys. You guys want anything else to talk about on this case, or have any more questions? Any more statements? I would, like I said, probably cover the Michael McGee, the Tepe case tomorrow or Thursday. We will go over the affidavit. There was the autopsy report came out. If you haven't seen that and you don't want to wait for the live, I posted a little bit on the group about it. So I'll go over it. It won't be too gruesome, but we want to know. I'm telling you, it was horrible. It was horrible. And it made a statement. It did. It made a statement. Hi, Tammy. Thanks for joining us. Yep, sad, sad, sad. Very sad. And I'm angry. I'm angry because I just have a feeling that he groomed her. It went through the gaming. He groomed her. He catfished her, whatever. Uh, Beautiful eyes, beautiful smile. She's 17. She's not a child, really. She's a young woman, but still a child. So, so young and naive. And oh, you're welcome, Amanda. You're welcome. Now, that's a good question. From what Amanda wants to know, she tells me, thank you for covering this. And I tell her she's very welcome. What night did they actually find her? That's a good question. From my understanding, see, what is this? This is Tuesday. It was Saturday night, from my understanding. And I can update you guys that. Um, I don't have my other phone with me. I can update that in this chat when we're done. That's a good question. She was gone, from my understanding, almost a month before they found her, because her parents were out there. 20,000 flyers they gave out, over 20,000. Um, yeah, so she was gone a month, but and also, I'm glad you asked me that question because it reminded me of something. I seen this in a report that from ABC, NBC, one of those, that investigators, they don't think she lived very long after she was abducted, after she was kidnapped. The investigators said that. They said that she was probably dead within a few days, which that's crazy. That's crazy. Did he? Yes, prayers for the family. Absolutely, Donna. Donna says prayers for her family. Absolutely. We just a little bit ago, we did a moment of silence for her and for her family and loved ones. And you know something? This is kind of controversial, but bear with me. Have an open mind, please. I pray for his family. I don't know a thing about him, just like I don't know anything about Hailey's family. But if he has family, and if there's any family around, my goodness, can you imagine what they're going through? A sister, a mother, a father, and this is your son. So I always say that. I always say a prayer for the suspect's family too. I've seen before on the news and stuff where, they'll both moms will come and hug each other from the defense and the prosecutor team, and that just does it for me. I'm in tears after that. Amanda says the sheriff's office was spotlighting on my way Saturday or Sunday. Oh, okay, out my way. I'm sorry, out my way. Saturday or Sunday. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I said that earlier. They had canines, they had drones, they had boots on the ground, they had search and rescue officials, search and rescue teams. Um, and see that they knew she was around here. They knew they were following. They did good. Well, I guess he found her, but still, they narrowed it down to him by seeing what was on his devices and by her activity. But they said that, now I do remember this too. There was no activity on her phone once he picked her up. That's scary too. Once he got her in that vehicle. How did he get her in that vehicle? He's ugly. Did you guys see him? I'm sorry. I don't mean to judge people on their looks. I don't, because I ain't no beauty queen. Please tell me. But he's ugly. Look at this child. She's beautiful, cute. Come on. Did he oh, I'm in the neighborhood, I had something to do, come out and see me, just sit in the car with me, and and it was cold, and as soon as she gets in the car, boom, he takes off. Now, I don't know, that's Christy's thinking right here real fast, just thinking. Amanda, she says, I'm thinking Sunday is the night they were all spotlighting. Okay, okay, cool, Sunday night it might have been. I knew it was the weekend. I do know that. So now, Amanda, I don't have not heard officially, and I don't like to do that. So if you can maybe inbox me or something, I want to know for sure if what I heard as far as the area is true. I'm from that area, y'all. I graduated from Miller. Grew up around Corning. I went to Straitsville and Shawnee too, elementary. So it's around the Perry County area that the little village is there. Tell me if I'm getting that right. I don't want to pinpoint it really anymore, but it's the villages between Straitsville, Shawnee, Corning, Moxie, those little villages there. Um, that's what I'm hearing. Again, I haven't heard anything official, so I don't want to blast it out there what I've heard. I don't want to dox it. It's what they call that. Um, but yeah, where I'm hearing is very. I used to hike there. Me and my fur baby, my fur kiddo. We used to hike around there. Is where if I'm thinking about. So, yeah, and then just I can't. It's horrible. Oh, it's just horrible, you guys. I can't get her beautiful picture. That smile. I want to know how he did this. Was it, you know what? I heard somebody say maybe it was an overdose and he, dumped her body because, we deal with that a lot on our cases, unfortunately. Could be. Absolutely could be. Not saying it, she did. I'm just giving out theories that other people have put out that I'm hearing because, again, I have so many questions. So many. I'm hoping to get a call back from, what did I say his name was? Yes, Donna. Yes, that's what I've heard. Thank you. Yep, yep. Owl, if you're going toward the bigger town, it'd be on the left. If you're coming from the smaller town to the bigger town, it'd be on the left. I think that's what I'm getting right. Which again, Donna, was you on here when we were talking about the other case that was, I don't know if it was you or Amanda, I'm sorry, but we were talking about another case that was found there. A young lady from Columbus is what I'm hearing. Again, this is not verified, guys, okay? Because I don't have anything to show you right now, but I was getting texts and I saw on Perry County's Facebook group, I'm sure it was, where somebody was really bringing it up and saying, hey, this happened at that same place a few years ago. The woman was, the female was from Columbus. So if you guys know anything about that, let me know. Excuse me, let me know. Shout me out in the comments or inbox me. Okay, it wasn't Donna. Okay. Well, we were talking about that, and that's kind of freaky because as much we live in the Wayne National Forest here. I mean, an actual national forest, beautiful, but dense, and a great place to do bad stuff. And it's been very well known for that. Unfortunately, beautiful place, best place to take your family, Baroque, go swimming. But ever since, unfortunately, I'm going to speak the facts because it is the facts. Ever since the meth and the pills and all that came back around, I was very cautious about excuse me, hiking in the Wayne National Forest because the several times I went out there and there was people in their cars doing drugs. I was the last thing naive me, was the last thing I expected to see. I turned my butt right around, got out of there. Thank you, no. But I was so shocked. I never would have thought. Great play, good thinking. I did that when I was a kid. I mean, we was out, drinking in the 80s when I was in high school. You out drinking with your buddies. We ran the back roads. Okay, but I'm talking, these guys are way back in, way back in, where the oil wells are and where you take the ATVs down around there. You don't take cars, but they do. They can get out and do their dope and nobody bother them. That's where they go. And that's where a couple of the bodies are being dumped, unfortunately. Sad, sad world. There was one more thing I was going to talk to you guys about. Oh, I spoke earlier. I didn't know if you guys heard me, so I'll go over this real quick before. We are going to start winding up here, guys. But I wanted to let you guys know that, again, just to recap, that she is 17 years old. In Ohio and Indiana, The age of consent is 16. Okay, now the charges, I went over them, and the charges say sexual explicit material of a minor. There's 2 or 3 charges, right? And they all say a minor. But I'm wondering, she's not a minor, so is that other people, another child? That's what I'm saying. Did he do this before? What's going on? I did call Franklin County Sheriff's Department, and I left a message with the sergeant, and I left, who I am, the reason. We want educated, we want informed. Yeah, so if it's not her being 17, there's others. There's something else deeper. There's more to this. Okay, Amanda says, can you imagine if anyone would have mistakenly came across her body? My kids all ride four-wheelers in this area. Hold on. I just can't get this off my mind. Girl, Amanda, I'm with you. I'm getting goosebumps right now. You thinking about that? Because I think about it, and I'm really like, I don't know if I should say it because it's so sensitive material, but I think of exactly, that's where my mind goes. Amanda, exactly what I'm thinking. Oh my goodness, me being out there, hiking or something and come across something like that. And like you said, the children, wouldn't that just traumatize? Oh my gosh. And you think of what kind of mind would do that. I mean, not only to dismember, but to scatter. That's like a game. To me, that's a game. That's way too psycho. Way too psycho. I mean, that's thought and effort. Yeah, pretty heavy. You guys take care of yourself after this. I'm totally 100% self-care. I am totally for good mental health. I'm an advocate. And when we get done with this is some heavy stuff. I want you guys to take care of yourself. Inhale the good stuff and exhale the bad stuff. Shake it off. But pray and keep it in your heart. I know we will. Every one of us will. I thank y'all for being here. Supporting each other. This is why I kind of got my butt reamed a couple times for covering this case. People attacked me. They didn't understand my motives. And I'll tell you what my motives are. It's to help us all deal. There's a lot going on. This is our backyard. We take this child as ours now. She's so far away from her her family, and it was in our backyard. And that's the kind of people we are, right? I mean, it's really bad that I have to explain that I'm just trying to do something nice. I'm just trying to, we all feel together. We feel these heavy emotions. Let's heal together. Okay? Again, I want Death, Lies, and Alibis to be an advocate and an education place and an informed place. But I want y'all to know this is a safe place. You can vent and bitch all you want. You can cry and scream and yell all you want. You can laugh and gather and share and support, because this is what we're here for. Okay, it's not just, I'm going to be honest with you. I like true crime. That's part of the reason I'm doing this. I like every part about it that I do. The families, the friends that I meet. I like the content that I do and how I honor everybody. But I guarantee you, I'm not doing this for clicks or likes or anything like that. I'm doing this because, well, if you know my story, it's because I was told to do this by my God. He told me, girl, do something, and I did. And he's helping me, and here we go. But again, what I'm getting at is I got my butt reamed, and they didn't like me covering this, but I couldn't not do it because it's in the news, right? It's right in front of us, and we're going to be bombarded with it day after day here. And like I said, take care of yourselves. If you need anything, come over, talk, inbox me. I'm always working. Always, seriously. So if you need something, you need to vent, come. Hi, Kim. Welcome. Kim says this is just horrible. It is. Oh no, her son was murdered. Supposedly he was found by a mushroom hunter. Kim, we are so sorry. So sorry. Give some hearts to Kim, you guys. Thank you and welcome. Thanks for sharing. And I do. I'm just so sorry. Thank you for being here. Thank you. Are you local, Kim? Are you here? I'm in Muskingum County. I don't know if you guys knew that or not. I'm in Muskingum County. We're a local podcast here. Started about 3 years ago doing cold cases that are still open and have no answers. That's how we started, and we do one about every month. Oh, Kim says today is his, I'm gonna cry. Today is his birthday. Well, Kim, we just wish him a heavenly happy birthday. How old was he? Heavenly happy birthday from all of us here at Death, Lies, and Alibis. Okay, today we just wish him the best, and we praise and honor him too for today. And again, thank you for sharing with us, and we're sorry, Kim. That's a heavy load. This probably triggers things like that, especially on today. This probably triggers this for you. So, oh, you're down in Philo. Okay. Oh, okay, I am. Okay, I'm scheduled to already. I was going to, good, because I was going to suggest that I put him on our long list. I apologize, it is a long list. But yeah, we'll feature his case then. And he's 35 today. Alrighty, 35. So young. You're welcome, Kim. Absolutely. Give Kim some hearts, you guys. Show her some love. Yep, happy heavenly birthday. That's what Amanda says. See, this is why I made Death, Lies, and Alibis. We cover those cold cases. They're not closed. They get forgotten. And people, they don't mean to, but they live their lives. They go on. If it doesn't really affect you, immediately, so close, you do. It's a busy life out there. It's a busy world out there today. People forget about it. And I just decided, with God's help, that I like podcasting. I wanted to try it. Had absolutely no education at all about it. And we did it, and here we are. And then I took a poll a few months ago about would you guys want me to start doing and covering and reporting on other Ohio cases, and you all agreed. You said yes, do more, and so that's why I'm doing the other Ohio cases, because the group wanted it. They wanted more to hear. Travis C. Oh, Travis, yes. Keep hoping, and yes. Keep Hope Alive, Legacy of Travis Robbins. Yep, absolutely. I remember now, Kim. Yeah, he's a handsome boy. He was a handsome young man. That smile, I remember his smile. I know he had some facial hair, didn't he? If I'm thinking the right one, my goodness, I hope I am. Um, but yeah, he had a beautiful smile, kind of ornery smile, if you ask me. I thought I got some pictures that I saved back of him, and I see there was him and I think a girl. I'm not. It looked like a girlfriend at the time. Yeah, a good picture I have of him and her. So yeah, that's what we do. He was a charmer. Just by looking at his picture, I get it. I really get it. I really do. He was a cutie. He was a looker. Yep. Yep, that's Travis Robbins. So we will be covering his case. Actually, I think it will be coming up soon. I remember talking to somebody, and yeah, we had a room and some room. We slid him in there, and that was great. I was going to say something else. I don't remember, but I just wanted to say that that's why I do what I do. That's why we're covering Hailey's, is because this was our backyard. We need healing as a community. We need a place to come together. This affects us all. If you follow things like this, you have to keep yourself safe, guys. Okay. I'm probably thinking they're going to have maybe a press. They call it a presser now. The kids call it a presser. It's a press conference. They're probably going to have one as soon as they haven't charged this man. Do you know they have not charged him yet with murder? They have not. He still only has the sexual deviancy and explicit material. He only has those charges against him. You know what? I want you to bear with me here. I know we got some new people coming in. Real quick, I want to go over those charges if I can. Let me see. Bear with me here. Yep, here, I think I got it right here. I want to just, yeah, because remember, for you guys that coming in, hi Donna, hi Carrie, welcome, welcome. I was about ready to wrap up, and I'm going to here in a few, but I just want to kind of remind everybody here that, now see, she is 17, and Ohio and Indiana, age of consent is 16, okay? Follow me here. She is 17. So in Indiana and Ohio, she's considered not an adult, but she's considered it okay to have relationships from what the law says. Not saying I agree with it. When I seen it, I couldn't believe it was 16. I don't agree with it. But I'm wondering, okay, because charge one, pandering, sexually oriented matter involving a minor. Minor. They put that down there. She's not considered a minor by their law. Now, he handled or possessed images or videos involving a child. Okay, charge two is tampering with evidence. Okay, that means that said was that he attempted to delete, hide, or destroy his evidence during the investigation. Kim says, I think it has to go to the prosecutor first to make sure they have the evidence. Yes, it does. Thank you, Kim, for pointing that out. Yes, it does. I remember I'm learning the process I'm learning everything as I go here, guys. I have no formal training at all. I just follow what the Lord tells me in the morning, and here I do it. But yes, Kim, you're absolutely right. And then, isn't this right? After they take it to the prosecutor, doesn't he have to take it to a grand jury? When does that come into play? Anybody know? Anybody out there, you know? I do know, I agree with Kim, it's the prosecutor. But then I don't know if it automatically goes to a grand jury. Don't know that. And Donna, I'm thinking goes back Tuesday. He goes back, if that's what you're talking about, Donna. Yes, it's Tuesday, Tuesday, February the 10th at 9 a.m. is when he's scheduled to go back. And I'm wondering then, will they charge him with murder then? Don't know. We don't know what they have. I called Hocking County first and asked about these minor charges. If she's not a minor, then evidently, I was trying to get some more information on who's the minor, if she's not, what's going on. Questions. I have so many questions. Okay, Kim, yes, she thinks that's correct. What I was talking about, it goes to a prosecutor, and then we think it goes to the grand jury, and they have to say, because see what's scaring me, you guys, when I've covered, this is last month I covered a body drop, a body abandonment, that sounds better, excuse me, and then this month we're going to cover Abby Butcher from Perry County there, who was body abandoned, and you know what? That if they just get you for that is abuse of a corpse. Listen to me. This blew me away. If you are around or found dumping a body with no evidence of anything else, that maybe just OD'd or whatever, you only get abuse of a corpse, which is a third-degree misdemeanor. Misdemeanor. Not even a felony. Somebody needs to change that law. I'm too busy. Somebody needs to change that law. You cannot tell. I have 3 cases that I can just right off the top of my head. 3 cases that I've had. But yeah, it was misdemeanor for abuse of a corpse. And sometimes that's not even, jail time or anything like that. Okay, Kim says depends on evidence, has to be beyond a reasonable. That's the scary part, isn't it, guys? That's the scary part, beyond a reasonable doubt. Because, like I'm speaking here about the abandoned bodies, okay, it has overdose in their system. What does that mean? That is cause of death. Manner of death is homicide, suicide, um, accidental, old age. That is manner of death. So if you can't, and undetermined, if you can't say that, yeah, she's dismembered, and you guys that are just coming in, this trigger warning right here, trigger warning, she was found dismembered, and they have not found all the pieces, and I heard that from Hocking County Sheriff's Department. Um, I, yeah, no, here we go again. I gotta take a deep breath. Oh, I get so emotional. Okay, so, um, he could, let's just talk about this. He could say that she OD'd. He could say she killed herself, suicide. He could say basically anything he wants. And he discarded her body. Now, he could get abuse of a corpse. And like I said, it is crazy, isn't it? Third degree misdemeanor. I know this because I've had cases and I cannot believe it. I just read one. I was going to cover it, but I didn't. A pregnant woman. Another trigger warning here. A pregnant woman on drugs, unfortunately. They said the crime was overdose. Two guys stuck her in a tub, put her in a bathtub, and just kept her there for a while, and then discarded her alongside a creek. And when they found them, and they got a hold of them, they come up with this, story. She just overdosed, and they discarded her. Yep, and it was here in Ohio. That, yes, they just got both of them abuse of a corpse misdemeanors. I think they might have done some time, though. I'm not sure. That was I'm thinking Montgomery County. Kathy says, was her body found in the ketosis? How close was the cabin to where she was found? We're trying to figure that out without, being rumors, Kathy. Earlier we discussed it, that I will say this, how we discussed it, it's in Perry County, we know that, right? I don't know, it's in the little villages, Shawnee, Straitsville, Corning, those villages, if that helps you. And if you go from one of those villages to the bigger town here, it'll be on your left, if that helps you. So again, I don't really want to put it out there where the remains are found, and because we don't know what was found, we don't know exactly where it was found. I mean, I've been hearing about the remains since last night, but I didn't want to cover it, and I don't like doing that. I want to be, you guys, I want you to be able to trust me. And if I can't, get something, or I don't know, I'll tell you I don't know, and I will try to get it or ask for your help. But that's what I know. That's what I know. Hi, Maria. Hi, Maria. Thank you. Thank you for joining us. Amanda says, I believe that's how it goes because the prosecutor has to put it in front of the grand jury before they can charge him. Okay. Thank you. You taught me something new today. I thought that's how it went, but yeah. Yeah. But now, see, we talked about too, again, we are in 3 counties, 2 states. For my research this morning, guys, I'm hearing that Hocking County could be in charge, or Perry County. I'm thinking Perry County would be in charge of the murder. Oh, somebody's calling me. Sorry about that. So, yeah, I'm thinking probably, because when I called Hocking County, I asked about the minor charge, saying the word minor in these charges because she's not considered, age. She is considered age of consent. So this wouldn't be against her. So I thought that, I got to get to the bottom of this. So I called Hocking County, and they told me I had to call Franklin County. They were the ones that was handling the sexual charges. So I'm thinking Perry County probably is the one that's going to handle the murder charges, maybe, because she was found in Perry County. I don't know. I don't know about that, too. Donna says, "What? Let's watch Channel 6 News tonight. They said Wayne National Forest today." Yes, yep, we just talked about that, Donna. She was found definitely in the Wayne National Forest, which is a beautiful, huge forest down here. Yeah, it's very dense, great hunting grounds. I hiked, from my understanding, Donna, where she was found, I hiked there quite a bit, quite often. And let me tell you this, it's not only a hiking trail, a hiking spot. There's other activities that go on here, mainly one. It's for a purpose, a certain purpose that this place is for, if that helps you out. But yeah, we'll definitely, I'm watching all the news, trying to keep up with everything, Don, and keep everybody updated and informed so we don't get any hurtful rumors. And it was really hurting my heart when we was getting those dismemberment rumors, but it was true. But I didn't want to, like I said, I won't comment on something like that unless I get it confirmed and verified, and I did. Um, but yeah, this is crazy, you guys. Thank you for supporting each other and being here. Well, this is, like I keep saying, it's our backyard. Okay, we've adopted her. She's our child. We're going to make sure she gets honored and the story is told straight and honest. That's why I do this, for you guys and for me and for all of us, because this I can tell you guys are affected like I am by it. I usually don't do a live like this, but I thought I'd start trying and, get us to gather together and talk about it and discuss about it, kind of vent and support each other. You know, that Wayne National Forest, the ATVs go there and bad guys go there. Like I told you, my experience, I was hiking and came across twice. I came across people in vehicles doing the hard drugs, the dope, the meth, and the heroin and all that. And then we're talking way back in Wayne National Forest. I mean, I drove the vehicle way back there, and then I was going to hike even further. And no, as soon as I saw what I saw, I got goosebumps. I said, my gut feeling, we all have that gut feeling, and it came across me, and my spidey sense went out, and it said, get out of here now. Turn around, get out of here now. And that's exactly what I did. And I thought, how sad. I was raised and I ran through Wayne National Forest. I grew up at Corning. I graduated Miller. That's my backyard too. That's my playground. I loved it. And now it's not the same, guys. It's not. It made me so sad when I walked out of that forest and I thought, I can't feel safe. I never, not ever, did not feel safe in those woods. Kim says, I wonder the dismemberment was from animals or did they say he did it? Now that's a good question. Very good question, Kim. She asked, I wonder if the dismemberment was from animals, animal activity, or did they say he did it? That is good. From my understanding, they didn't say. I think they would have said if it was animal. I don't think he would have made it sound so bad. I mean, this was the sheriff talking, and he made it sound so bad that it was remains. And they were scattered, and what I heard him say wasn't scattered among the area, that they were actually scattered other places away, is from my understanding how he worded it. Now, I'm not going to try to repeat the words he said because I don't remember. I'm just using in general. He did not say scattered remains. He did not say anything about the area, animal activity, or anything like that, because the reporter was trying to be respectful, but a good reporter too. And he said, the sheriff said twice that it was, that they were still looking. That's how he put it. We're still looking for the other remains. And I was just in shock. I mean, I think I just kind of zoned out for a few minutes when he said that, and just had to shake my head like, oh no. I did not see that coming. I did not. Like I said, I heard the rumors, but it didn't surprise me. I didn't believe them. I heard the rumors in Perry County Facebook group, and I didn't I didn't believe them. I kind of got upset, like, oh, how dare you, And then, come to find out, Christy, it was unfortunately true. Yeah, but I was shocked. I didn't see that coming at all. And again, we don't know, for you that are coming in late, it's been reported that she was gone about a month before this happened, before she was found. And the investigators did say on the news that, or a news report that I read, that they think that she was gone dead within days, that she didn't last the whole month. Now, I don't know if they are, basing that probably on maybe how they found her, or, they didn't say it was a for fact. They didn't say it was a fact. They said it just looks like, or maybe she wasn't. But yeah, so just a couple days, few days, a week, who knows? But they said just she wasn't there very long, just a few days. That was their understanding. Kim says it was so sad. Did she have any tattoos? That's a good question, too. I have pictures I posted. I don't remember seeing any. Hi, Maria. Coming back, Harry. I don't remember seeing any, but I don't know. I don't know. That's a good question. That comes in handy a lot in investigations, doesn't it? That really does. I have them. My mom doesn't like a mom that could identify me one of these days, so there we go. So she may have laid in the woods for a while. Yes, Kim. Yes, that's what I'm saying. We don't know. Honestly, when the autopsy comes back, we'll try to get that. I always try to get the autopsy reports, and I share them in a respectful, very honorable way, because we want to know. We want to know. Um, no, Kim, I did not know that. Well, you're just full of. This group is full of great information today. Kim says, "Did I know an animal will not bother tattooed skin?" That is amazing. There's some people out there don't have to worry. You got Post Malone, Jelly Roll. Wow, I did not know that. I wonder why. It's the ink evidently in it. Hmm. That is interesting. Good to know. Very interesting. Thank you. I'm going to take a drink. Just a minute. Thank you, Kim. Like I was saying before, we're going to go over the Tepe case, the Michael McGee case. So be looking for that on our Facebook group. Probably Thursday. That's what I'm really, Thursday or Friday. I said tomorrow, but honestly, probably Thursday or Friday. Kim said she learned that from her son's investigation. Oh, okay. Okay. Well, thank you. You helped us. Hi, Brittany. Yes, you helped us. Thank you, Kim. Look how beautiful that girl was. So pretty. And like I said, did you see him? Oh, no. Have you seen him? That mug shot of him? Again, I don't like to judge people in looks. Again, I am not a beauty queen here, okay? That's not what I do. But seriously, how did he get that? How did he do that? I wonder. So many questions. How? Because 17, she's not so naive. It's not like she was 11 or 12. But then again, we still have to. She has no lived experience. Us older people, we have that gut feeling. We have lived experience that we can compare things to. She was 17. What did she know? And how did he get her in there? I mean, did he really kidnap her, or was she just going to go out and sit in the car for a minute and talk to him, and then all hell broke loose? I hope this would be a good one from Court TV. What you think? I don't watch it very much anymore. I'm just too busy. But I do watch the I'm going to be watching. Like I watched the Koberger, which wasn't a case really, but those final statements, boy, they were good. But I really would be nice if they would put this on Court TV. And the McGee case too. McKee case out of Columbus, the double murder that just happened. I think they should televise it on Court TV too. All right, guys. How long we been going here? Oh my goodness, we've been going 1 hour and 15 minutes. That's wonderful. I mean, I don't have any timeline to not support and help and find out and inform y'all, right? I'm glad we did this. I really am. We'll do it again. We're going to keep doing this. This is good for us. It's good for the group. It shuts down rumors. You know, we can all discuss it. It's safe. We get informed. Look what we learned here already. I like that. I like that. We're just not some group, you know. We're not just some Facebook group. We really matter. We really do things. We are supported by our law enforcement here in Muskingum County. They support us. They're always willing to help and do interviews and answer our questions. Oh, by the way, only you guys are going to know this. I'm going to spill something, and it's just for you guys. I was speaking earlier about my case that we're going to be, actually, will be airing next weekend. Abby Butcher from Perry County. She was from Junction City, New Lexington area. She graduated New Lex, Panthers, and she was a body abandonment. An OD was the cause. But, what was I going to say? What was I going to say with this? Oh, yeah, I was going to tell you my secret. A body abandonment, like I've been saying, we've had several of those. And I talked to a boyfriend, ex-boyfriend of Abby's. His name's Jason. And he was really upset. And he said, you know what? He said, my theory is just, you know, she overdosed, somebody freaked out, they didn't want to get caught, and they dumped her. And you know what? Like I said, we've had several of those. And it's sad because you think nobody would do that. Who would do that, right? Well, people that freak out, people that don't want to lose their children, people that don't go to jail, you know? I mean, just because they're using drugs don't mean they're not human. So, you know, they do the unthinkable. And I want to educate y'all about exactly what that entails, what it means, what the law really is. Because there are safe ways to do it. You don't have to, if the person is overdosing, there's things you can do. If they've already overdosed, there's things you can do that are right that could still protect you. Now, I'm not going to say anything right now because I haven't investigated it, researched it anymore. But how I'm going to do that is I contacted Prosecutor Welch in Morgan County, and he's offered to discuss this with me and go over the laws, go over, you know, what does it exactly say? Please educate these people so they don't do this, because I would love to know what the numbers of body abandonment, what are they now? Have they risen? Is the numbers of people just abandoning people because they're, you know, ODing? I'm seeing it in my line of work. I see it a lot. So let's tell them, let's educate them, and tell them what the law really is, what their choices are, so they can make a choice, a good one that they can live with, and that will, you know, help the case. You know, be informed, be educated. Kim says, isn't there a law that they can call someone? I think there is, Kim. That's what I reached out to Prosecutor Welch down in Morgan County, and I asked him, please explain this to me, because I don't even know. You know, I don't know how to tell my listeners. I don't know how to tell my group members, because I don't know. I mean, I'm just thinking if they overdosed, I'm in trouble if I'm there. I mean, we have several people here that have already in Muskingum County been sent to prison because they supplied the dope. Okay, I get that, but you know, there's got to be something that we just don't know. Kim says the law says you can't be a felon. How many who struggle don't have don't have felony charges? You're right, exactly. Exactly. That's part of the life. The lifestyle, unfortunately, is catching felons. Yep. And they get so much more than just that charge if you're a felon. It carries the rest of your life. That's why it just freaks me out so much that abuse of a corpse is not a felon. But some of these other charges, they are. That just gets me. That gets me. Abusive corpse is not a felon. It's a third-degree misdemeanor, folks, and somebody needs to change that. Somebody needs to pay attention to that. Because right now, they are a body abandonment, which is abuse of the corpse. They are doing without, they're getting by with it, without any, complications or anything. They're doing it, and nobody has any answers now. The family sure don't have any answers. And can you imagine carrying that the rest of your life, knowing that maybe you could have helped somebody or that you dropped somebody off in the middle of the winter time because you didn't want to get in trouble. You didn't want your kids taken away. But I get it. People are desperate. They're scared. I mean, family members has been known to do it. Spouses. It happens. And that law needs to be changed, or at least we need to be educated on it. And that's what I'm going to try to do. It's part of on each time we do a case, y'all, we advocate. We do something positive to bring awareness to the case. Like last month we did we featured Sydney Bryson, and we featured, she was a CI, alleged CI, confidential informant, and we educated our listeners and ourselves about what confidential informants are, what they do, what it really means. We had a confidential informant interview. We spoke to a gentleman that was in CODE, our Central Ohio Drug Enforcement Agency. We try to do all this. We just don't feature a podcast. And this month with Abby, we're looking at body abandonment because that's what happened to her. And again, that's why I'm doing this advocacy for her case is, each little case we try to learn. We try to learn something, is what I was going to say. I don't want Abby or anybody else that we feature, I do not want them to be, their death to be in vain. I tried every single case to get something little, something positive, something that you did not die for no damn reason. I'm going to help you reach out and not only tell your story, but we're going to inform and educate, and we're going to advocate for that case. I'm going to do our best. Yes, it needs changed. Yes, it does. Absolutely. Listen, I get on my high horse here. Get on my soapbox. Watch out. Let me loose and I get on a roll. All right, y'all. What you think? Think we should start winding it down? The next court date for him, and once you remind you, is Tuesday. That's February the 10th at 9 a.m. I will be trying to cover that as best as I can. I am trying. Okay, I would love to do what the big kids do on YouTube. We have a channel on YouTube, okay? You're more than welcome to go over there. We have videos over there. And our episodes go on YouTube also. But I would love to sit here and show you articles and paperwork on screen instead of just seeing her face, Hailey's beautiful face right there. I would love it to be like the big kids do and show you, the news article and show you the court documents. And so I'm learning. Okay, I really am learning. I'm teaching myself. If anybody knows anything about that out there, please inbox me. Let me know, or you can email me. Well, I'm trying to learn that. I would love to do that. We can be more interactive. We can go live more. We can stay up to date on the cases more. It'd just be better. And with the donations we're getting now, we are growing. We have 2,900 members in our Facebook group. We are growing, and we're getting donations now. And we're getting better equipment, and we're upgrading things. And it's just wonderful, you guys. It's all because, of you, your support, your interest. I just appreciate and love every single one of you. I really mean that. You make Death, Lies, and Alibis what it is. I want to thank you for that. If you have any ideas ever, if you have anything that you want to see, or you want me to cover, or you want more of, or you have any ideas, please reach out. Reach out anytime. All right, y'all. I think we're going to end this. I've enjoyed this so much. I really have. Okay, so we're going to end this and wind this down now and come back on Thursday or Friday. I've decided Thursday or Friday we're going to do the McKee live. We're going to go over the affidavit. We'll go over the autopsy report. And yeah, we'll talk about all that. So y'all listen. Let's just wrap this up. This was about Hailey, a 17-year-old girl who should still be here with us. This is about a family that did everything right. Everything right, and they still lost their child. Please keep her name in your mind and in your heart and in your prayers. And don't let this case fade, okay? Just when the headlines go out, we're going to still remember her. Because behind that headline, just think about it. There's a chair that's going to be empty now. Like I said, we're going to keep following this case. Please take care of yourself after this. Go take care of yourself. Have a good laugh. Turn something on. Get funny. And come back. I love y'all. Thank you for being here. And remember, please be safe, stay alert, and never stop seeking justice.